Record in the matter 25 CF 86 State of Wisconsin versus Ryan Richardson. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We do have Micah Paul, defense counsel, in person with his client, Mr. Richardson. We're set today in this matter for suppression hearing. Are we ready to begin?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state, please call your first witness.
My first witness, I call Amy Tex.
Amy Tex, please come forward, raise your right hand, be sworn in. You will have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to provide today in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Okay, you may begin.
And I'll be using audio video pretty soon into this. I'm just giving the court a heads up. Could you state your name for the record?
Amy Tex, last name spelled T-H-I-E-X.
And what do you do for a living?
I work at the Burnett County Sheriff's Office, currently the communications supervisor.
That supervises dispatch?
Correct.
How long have you been so employed at the Burnett County Sheriff's Office?
25 years.
Are you a sworn law enforcement officer?
Yes, I am.
Do you sometimes do the dispatching?
Yes, I do.
Were you doing dispatching on June 21st, 2025?
Yes, I was.
On that date, did you field some calls about an erratic driver and dispatch some deputies?
Yes, I did.
And you also prepared the radio traffic on a file for the district attorney's office?
Yes, I did.
How did you go about preparing that file?
I retrieved the audio from our software. I selected all of the transmissions that pertain to this particular case, recorded them into one file, and then provided it electronically to the district attorney's office.
As to that day?
Yes, just to that day.
Do you recognize the flash drive in my left hand?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
I recognize it as a flash drive provided with the electronic file of the radio traffic, the phone call and radio traffic from that particular day in dispatch.
Okay. I'm going to play you a portion of that. Oh.
Is it audio or video?
This one will be audio. And you reviewed this file before you sent it?
Yes, I did.
And it's a true and accurate recording of the dispatch recordings?
Correct.
Okay.
Burnett County 911.
And to clarify then, these are the dispatch recordings from that date, June 21st, 2025, about that erratic call and the call to service?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a guy road raging south of Grantsburg on 87. His license plate's RKL666.
Where are you? Are you by them now?
I'm driving southbound on 87.
Where on 87?
What's that?
Where? Do you have a crossroad?
Just passing Fish Lake Road.
When you say he's road raging, what do you mean exactly? What is he doing?
So I came up to the intersection in town, and it was a red light for me, and he was like sitting in the middle of the intersection, and then he like took a right, pulled into the parking lot. I don't even know what his deal is. I didn't see what happened, or I didn't see anything. And then he like floors it out of the parking lot there, runs up behind me, passes me in town in the 30-mile-an-hour zone there, and then just about hits the guy in front of me, locks his brakes up. And then he like flew up ahead of us and stopped on the side of the road, and then he cut me off and got right up on the guy in front of me again. And then now he's way off ahead of me now. I don't know what his deal is.
Okay, can I get your name?
Jason Short.
715-553-1496.
Yep.
Do you still see him?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
There's a curve up ahead of me. I'm almost to
Is he in
the
front of you?
wildlife there.
He
What's that?
He passed you, and then he went up to the next vehicle. Correct.
Yeah, he passed me, just about hit the car in front of me, and then he like passed him, went way off ahead, and then stopped on the side of the road and waited for us to come up, and then he took off again. He's gone now. I can see up a mile ahead, and he's nowhere to be seen now. So
Okay. Alrighty, we'll pass it along to Polk County and give it to our people as well.
okay.
Anybody in position, but we'll give it to
Yeah,
people.
it was like a Tahoe or something, Minnesota plate, RKL 666. So. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yep, thank you. Bye.
That was you talking to that caller?
No, that was the second dispatcher on duty. There's two of us on shift.
But you were present there when that happened?
Yes, I was.
Where's your emergency?
We are driving on 87 headed through Branstead, and there's a guy that was at the stoplight in Grantsburg passed out. He is now on the road behind us in a black pickup truck, driving incredibly erratically.
Okay.
He's in an SUV, black, kind of Chevy Blazer looking, older. He's everywhere on the road.
Okay, 1 second.
There's a lot of traffic coming. He is gonna hit somebody.
Okay,
Oh,
1
God.
second. So you're south of Branstead now?
Yeah, we're south of Branstead. We're passing the church, Bethany Church, and he is speeding up way fast, coming up on us really, really fast.
Okay, are you able to maybe
Once he
pull
gets
over?
past us, yeah, we're pulling over.
He did pass you?
He is past us now. He is going like RKL 666. He's burning oil.
RKL 666. You said he's burning
Yep.
what?
Burning oil as he's going.
Burning oil.
You can see the smoke.
Okay. Okay. What is your name?
My name is Tammy. Last name Thoreen. He's doing about 80 now.
Okay.
We can't keep up. We're not keeping up with him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm showing your number is 4310374.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. All right. I will give this out to our officers, and I'm going to also notify Polk County. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you headed to?
We are headed to, we're going to Lindstrom.
Okay. All right. Well, you just continue on your way. Obviously try and avoid him if you come up by him
He's
again.
turning on. He's got his blinker on to go on 48 now.
Okay. Turning on 48. Sounds.
Is he actually? Yes, he's turning. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll give this to our officers. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Burnett County 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm heading towards St. Croix Falls, on 87, and I just had somebody try to run me off the road.
Okay, was it a black vehicle?
It was like a bluish black, like Suburban vehicle.
Okay.
It had Minnesota plate. I didn't quite catch the plate number.
All right, we've gotten a couple calls on this car. My previous caller said that it had turned off on State Road 48. Were you north of State Road 48 when this occurred?
Yeah, I was just coming out of Grantsburg.
Okay. What can I get your name and number, and I will add this to our information. What is your name?
Brittany Fleischauer.
Brittany.
NEY.
NEY. Okay. Fly shower. All right, Brittany, what's your phone number?
715.
Yep.
431.
Okay.
1210.
Okay, sounds good. I will add this to the call. Thank you very much.
Yep. I got a little bit of a description of him. He's got
go ahead.
Reddish blonde hair. He's got a scruffy kind of beard. Or it's very short, scruffy beard. Same color as his hair.
Okay, sounds good. We'll add that to the call. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Okay, yep, you're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Which way was this erratic driver head?
The last information we had was the vehicle had turned onto State Road 48 from 87. I did receive a call from a third party who was ran off the road by this vehicle. They were traveling southbound 87 between the stoplights and 48. She was ran off the road prior to him turning.
At what point were the deputies that were dispatched?
They were dispatched right after the first call
And why isn't there any radio traffic of them being dispatched?
because they were present in the dispatch center at the time that the call came in.
So they were just told to go out and investigate this by you?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So when there was a call in there asking about the dispatch or question there about the driver, they're already out in the field.
Yes.
So I've just played about 7 minutes and 30 seconds of audio. Did all this actually transpire in 7 minutes and 30 seconds?
No, as I said before, I took each of the calls and the radio transmissions and I recorded them into one file. I compressed them into one recording. That is not an accurate time frame of the actual calls. All three calls was not all in that one file
So this is the order of the call.
It's the order of the call, correct?
But the dead space was cut out.
There was dead space and I removed that from the call. So it's just the recordings pertaining to the call.
Okay.
Vehicle is described as a blue or black colored suburban type vehicle. Driver described as a male, reddish blonde hair with a short scruffy beard.
So that's the description given by the person who called out to the deputies over the radio.
Yes.
Okay.
One 9 to 2 9. I'll take W south.
Burnett 519-529. Just be advised I ran the 27 on the RO. He's revoked lengthy driving record, including high rate of speed and fleeing peace officer.
519 Burnett, I copy.
529-10-4. 936.
519 Burnett, do you want to check land record and see if he has any property here in the county?
10-4. No history in land records. Polk or Burnett.
Burnett.
519.
Burnett, I'll be jumping into Polk just for a couple minutes here to catch back into our county off Whispering Pines.
10-4.
519 Burnett. I'm back in our county.
10-4. Five two nine. I'll be out with a male individual on 87 by the fairgrounds. That bike's been pretty tuned up. 10-4. Five nine. Can you run Ryan Richardson? Yeah. Male or female? Male. 10-4. Five two nine. I don't have a male Ryan Richardson in house. Ryan RYAN Richardson. RICHARD. Simple. Burnett 529. Brian is canceled, ID card only, endemical to public safety. He's negative 29.
When it was related that he was inimical to public safety, what does that mean?
That there is an extensive driving history, typically alcohol-related offenses.
What does it mean about his license?
Canceled?
That he doesn't have one?
That he doesn't have one, correct.
Thank you.
Five two nine down. 529. Are we clear from speaking with him? It sounds like this vehicle we're looking for is probably his. He doesn't know where it's at. Just that he drives a black Tahoe. And 4956.
19 to 29. Do you think he was on driving and just parked it somewhere?
I'm thinking so. He said he has no idea where he put it.
Copy.
I think I saw it parked back in somebody's drive. Turn around and go back.
Copy.
Five two nine. 529. I'll be out with it. It's in a entrance cornfield. Minnesota 28 RLK 666. 10-4, 958. There's no address here, but it's right across from 23327 State Road 4887. 10-4. Five two nine. Can you copy the last four of this then? Go ahead. Last four are 0767. 0767. 10-4. Five two nine. That does match the VIN on the license plate that was given.
That statement there about the VIN matching the license plate given, is that relating to the one given by the callers?
Yes, because that was the same plate that Deputy Krupa ran
The RKL 666.
666, correct. That is the same plate that was given.
The description of the driver given by the reporting parties was reddish blonde hair with a short, scruffy beard matching the hair color. Yeah, 10-4, that's the same on him. 10-4.
Nine to 29. Any idea where he went?
He was gonna go downtown to the bar. He had a white t-shirt on, blue jeans. I'll stop over here at the gas station, see if he's in here.
Copy.
Okay. So I want to clarify a couple things then off of that. Who were the deputies that were dispatched?
Deputy Karen Krupa and Deputy Brady Mogen.
So the voices we heard on here, that was their voices,
Yes, it was.
as well as dispatch conversing with them.
Yes.
Information that's sent out through the radio on dispatch, does everybody hear that?
Yes.
And by everybody, I mean like all of law enforcement on that frequency?
Yes, that has the radio on and on duty, correct.
Okay. I have no other questions for this witness.
Mr. Paul?
When 911 calls are received, who on the department's end can hear a given call, specifically what the caller is saying as that call is ongoing?
The dispatcher,
So the person taking the phone call.
correct.
Can the other dispatcher hear the other dispatcher's calls as they're ongoing?
Yes, if it's necessary, we can monitor, correct.
But is that standard? Is it that like it's a speaker and it comes out into the whole room?
No,
I
not with
guess,
that.
do you wear headsets?
Some do, some do not.
Okay. Can the deputies hear these calls while they're ongoing?
No,
Okay, so Deputy Krupa wouldn't have heard this call on the day in question.
not coming through the phone, no.
And it doesn't come through the radio traffic.
No, it's taken by the dispatcher,
Right, and Deputy Mangan wouldn't have heard this call either.
correct.
The only information that they would have known from these calls is the information that was conveyed over the radio traffic by the dispatcher. Is that right?
In this case, it was given to them in person. They were in the dispatch center.
Okay, was there any information that was conveyed to either Deputy Krupa or Deputy Mangan that differs than what we heard in the radio traffic?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Last question, completely unrelated to the first things we were talking about. Who is the vehicle that Deputy Krupa discovered registered to?
I believe she said it was Ryan Richardson.
She said it was Ryan Richardson?
Yeah.
So the vehicle with the Minnesota plates and the VIN number was registered to Ryan Richardson?
I believe so.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
Redirect.
Just the reason you believe so is because of what you heard on the video right now.
Correct.
You don't have any personal knowledge recalling running it yourself.
I don't recall like all that I ran that day.
Okay, thank you.
Can I recross just on that?
Yes.
So we heard in the video someone running the registration. That wasn't you?
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was me
Okay.
in the audio, correct.
And
I just don't,
that's okay.
Okay,
I'm
just-
asking.
it's just my memory.
So do you know why when you first heard Ryan Richardson's name come over the radio, why you had to confirm the spelling?
We always confirm this. I mean, it's common practice to confirm the spelling to make sure that we're making an accurate query on the right person.
And it sounded like, and I may not be remembering this correctly, but it sounded like the first time that it came through that someone was told that we don't have a Ryan Richardson in-house. What was meant by that?
We're actually going way beyond direct.
I don't have
I'll
any,
allow that because, I mean, I know what it means. If you don't know what it means or you want it on the record, you may answer.
can you answer? Do you want me to?
Can you
ask
just tell me one more time, please? Or question me one more time?
What does it mean when you're saying somebody is in-house?
I'm checking our database to see if I have a name matching the name given to me. If I don't have it, then I'm going to ask for a further spelling, name, date of birth, all the things required to make a full query.
And you wouldn't have it even though you just, in theory, ran the VIN number and the license plate number.
I don't have it in my, if we'd not have had contact with him before in the past, I would not have it.
Okay, I understand. I don't have anything further.
Mr. Schmidt?
No.
All right, you may step down. Thank you. Okay, next witness.
Next, I call Karen Krupa.
Deputy Krupa, please come forward, raise your right hand. You'll be sworn in and have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to provide today in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Could you state your name for the record?
Karen Krupa, first name is spelled Caryn, last name Krupa.
What do you do for a living?
I'm currently a deputy with the Burnett County Sheriff's Department
How long have you been so employed?
since August of 2019.
And how many total years law enforcement experience do you have?
Roughly 18, 19 years.
And does that experience and the training you've had to become that include training experience related to detection of intoxicated driving?
Yes.
Could you briefly describe what the training is?
So when I went to school, it was a 520-hour recruit school. We went through standardized field sobriety testing. In that, we learn basically how a person sometimes presents. They could smell like an odor of intoxicants. They could have bloodshot eyes. They could be glossy. They could have slurred speech and unsteady on their feet.
So you didn't just learn how to do field tests, you learned ways to even decide about how to do field tests.
Correct.
Okay. And you've passed all tests required of those trainings?
Correct. In order to pass the recruit school, you have to pass all those.
Okay. Were you dispatched on June 21st, 2025 on a call for an erratic driver?
Yes, I was.
Could you describe how you were dispatched? As in, where were you when you got the call?
So at the time, myself and Deputy Brady Mogen were currently in the dispatch center when the initial call came in of reporting an erratic driver.
Okay. What did you actually get told about the call as it came in?
Dispatch advised that they received a report of a individual driving a dark colored Chevy Tahoe with Minnesota license plate RKL 666. They described the driving behavior as at one point they were parked in the intersection, looked like they were sleeping, and then when the person came upon them, then they took off. And then was driving very fast.
Okay. When you were dispatched, how did you decide where to go?
So dispatch advised that the vehicle was last seen heading south out of the village of Grantsburg on State Road 4887. And so since I was coming from essentially the sheriff's department, I traveled State Road 70 to the west towards Grantsburg and then south on State Road 87.
Did you ever find anybody or any vehicle or any person, I should say, that caused you to stop and investigate?
Yes, prior to having contact with an individual, I was stopped by a passerby saying that there was a guy wearing a white t-shirt over by the fairgrounds and he was pretty tuned up. So I took that as to be pretty intoxicated. So I responded to the fairgrounds and saw the male individual who was later identified as Ryan Richardson.
And when you had that encounter with that person at the fairgrounds, was your body cam on?
Yes, it was.
And did it record the encounter?
Yes, it did.
Have you reviewed the recording prior to today?
Yes, I have.
Was that recording a true and accurate representation of the events as they transpired?
Yes, they were.
And do you recognize the flash drive in my hand?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
It's the flash drive that you showed me that contains my body cam video.
You've seen your body cam on this flash drive?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Somebody said that. Here, let me get out, man.
Do you recognize this still from that?
Yes, I do.
And this is that body cam?
Yes, it is. People had called saying that you're laid out in the road.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Sorry.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
You expect crime to be committed here or what?
Well, what are you doing laying out in the road?
Well, fuck. I guess I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go on about my business. Sorry.
So I see you got car keys. Do you have a vehicle around here or something?
No, I got no business driving. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on here.
Where are you from? I mean, I give you a lift somewhere or?
No, it's not even like that. Hey, I had a bad morning. I got in an argument with my old lady. I just trying to take some space, you know?
Okay.
So I'm just trying to do my thing.
Get back into town or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just taking some space from the old lady.
Okay. Do you live here in the county?
Yeah, I live out on East River Road.
Okay.
I'm not trying to cause no problems. Fuck,
I get that.
Are you Bridget?
No, I'm Karen.
Karen. That's original.
Why is that?
No, just the name, you know.
Oh.
I just knew Bridget a little bit, so I thought maybe.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not trying to cause no problems.
Right. So, who's your old lady?
What do you need to know that for?
Well, now you said that you and your old lady got into an argument.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's nor here nor there. I just walking into town.
Okay, so what's her name?
For what?
Why don't you want to tell me your name?
Oh, my name's Ryan.
Ryan
Richardson. You can run my name if you need to, hon. I'm not trying to hide nothing from you, and I'm not trying to cause no problems.
All right.
I'm just doing what I'm doing, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Haven't you and your old lady got in quite a few things?
Yep.
And aren't you on probation out of Minnesota?
No, I'm not on probation for nothing.
You sure about that?
Yeah, you can run my name if you need to.
529, but can you run Ryan Richardson?
Yeah, you can run it if you need to. I'm not on probation.
Male or female? Male.
You need me right back to my car or what?
Where is your car?
Oh, shit.
You put her in the drink somewhere?
I might have. I was running the back roads. I might have.
Okay. Is it your car or her car?
Well, I drive my car.
Okay,
I don't
well,
drive her car. Come on, no.
I don't know. There's been a few
Come
times
on
where
now.
she's
Come
called,
on now.
where she's called and said
No.
that.
No.
529, I don't have a
I
male.
don't fuck around
Ryan.
like that. I don't take her car out. I have insurance on it. It's my car.
Ryan, R-Y-A-N, Richardson.
Richard.
Where's your car at?
Fuck, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I don't
Can
know.
you give me a ride home? I don't live that far away.
I know.
Could you? I mean, we're already in this predicament. Fuck. You don't want to take me to jail, do you?
Not
Can
really.
you take me to home?
Not if you and your old lady got into it.
Nah, it's
You're
not
still
even. It's not
intoxicated.
even like that. It's not even like that. Yeah.
So what's your date of birth, Ryan? Here.
125/84. Whatever you need.
Just watching it. Here, let me shut the door.
I'm not, I don't have no warrants. I ain't got nothing. I'm not illegal.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah. You give me a ride to the bar or what?
Ryan Dean, 12584.
Yep.
Hey, get out of
Oh,
here.
sorry. Thought we were getting close or something.
No.
All right. Where are we at? You gonna take me to jail or you really have nothing to arrest me for, right? Come on now.
What?
Canceled ID card only.
Alert.
Yeah, see? There's nothing that, I'm not out here causing a problem.
Okay.
Wanted person.
Well, if you're gonna walk into town,
No, I don't want to walk in town. I'd like a ride if you got one.
I can't give
What?
intoxicated
You
individuals
can't.
ride,
All
man.
right, I'll walk.
All right.
It's all good.
41.
So if I call her, she's not gonna be like, yeah, you beat the shit out of me last night.
Now you can call her right now if you want.
Alert.
I love
Wanted
my old
person.
lady.
Male. Black.
You can call her if you want. Hey. Where the fuck did my car go?
Good question.
Shit. That's the end of it. I was driving my car. What the fuck? We
What
should have
kind-
hit them back roads real quick. See
What
if we
kind
can
of
find my
car-
truck.
What kind of car is it?
Fucking Chevy Tahoe.
Okay, man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
One four nine three three.
We'll
Well,
go
I-
try to find her or what?
Where are you gonna be? Sit right here and let me go take a
Let's
spin
sit
and see
right
if I.
here. I'm gonna walk into town and
Okay.
go to the bar.
All right.
Find me when you might need to.
Okay.
But hey, if you find my truck, can you get a hold of me? Shit.
Do you have a cell phone on you, man?
Yeah.
What's your digits?
715
Yep.
566 4691.
It's a black or something.
Yeah,
What
what
color
color
is it?
Tahoe?
Tahoe.
Shit, it's probably all by Fish Lake. I don't know. Did you see me walking in or what?
Bunch of people stopped me and said that you're out here drunk.
It's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my truck's probably out there. Find it.
Well, I'm gonna go look for it. You said you were gonna go walk into town.
I don't know. You want my help or?
You don't know.
We're gonna part ways here.
You don't know where it's at.
I don't. I just thought I'd help you. Shit, you don't know where it's at either.
Is the truck registered to you?
Huh?
Okay. So, I believe the vehicle that we were looking for is Ryan's
Yeah, it's a Chevy Tahoe.
Chevy Tahoe.
Come on.
Where'd you ditch it?
I didn't. I honestly don't know where I ditched her. She got to be around Fish Lake or something. I'm not too far from my car. I
Okay.
wouldn't have walked that far.
All right.
So let's go back that way.
All right. So that's what we're probably looking for, right?
I'm not trying to cause no problems. Yeah.
After that recording ended, what did you do next?
So I advised dispatch that I would be clearing from the contact with Mr. Richardson and that I was going to be traveling south on State Road 4887 in an attempt to locate the vehicle in question.
Did you find anything?
Yes, I did.
What'd you find?
It wasn't even a mile south of where I had contact with Mr. Richardson. On the east side of the road, there's a driveway to a farm field. I believe it was a cornfield. And I observed a dark colored Chevy Tahoe parked there. I drove in the driveway, saw that it had Minnesota registration of RKL 666. I advised dispatch of this. I got out of the vehicle, observed that the both front driver and passenger windows were down and nobody else was inside the vehicle.
To clarify like these locations, just for the record, I know the court is probably familiar with these, but still need to do so. The fairgrounds where you had contact with Ryan Richardson, where exactly is that in relation to 4887 and Grantsburg?
So it runs, 4887 runs right alongside of the Burnett County Fairgrounds. It's in the village of Grantsburg in Burnett County.
Okay, and it's towards the south side of Grantsburg?
Yes, it is.
All right. So then you're describing where you found the vehicle is just about a mile south of that, and then it's on the east side.
Correct.
Okay. What did you do then? So you're at the vehicle, windows down. What'd you do next?
So I looked inside the vehicle. I saw that there were intoxicants, cans of beer inside the vehicle on the floorboard. After a short time, Deputy Brady Mogen arrived on scene. I advised Deputy Mogen of my contact with Mr. Richardson, how I smelled a strong odor of intoxicants coming from his person as he spoke to me, that I observed his eyes to be bloodshot and glossy. Mr. Richardson admitted to driving, and he stated that he was driving a black Chevy Tahoe, which matched the description of the vehicle that I was there with and the description of the vehicle that was essentially provided by dispatch from the numerous complaints.
Okay. And that's why in the body cam recording, you said you wouldn't give him a ride in the town when you said you thought he was intoxicated because you observed those things.
Correct.
Okay. Did you discuss anything else other than that with Deputy Mogen when you were at the car?
No, just Deputy Mogen and I had a conversation about Mr. Richardson, the vehicle, how Mr. Richardson matched the description provided by the complaints, and that he essentially matched the description.
What did you and Deputy Mogen decide to do at that point?
Deputy Mogen and I decided we would go into town, try to make contact with Mr. Richardson. So Deputy Mogen went first through town. I advised that I was going to stop at the Sinclair gas station to see if Mr. Richardson was there.
And Deputy Mogen just went somewhere else.
Mr. Richardson advised he was going to go downtown to the bars. So Deputy Mogen was essentially driving downtown Grantsburg to check the bars.
Okay. Did either of you eventually find him?
Yes, I found him at the Sinclair gas station located in the village of Grantsburg.
And was Deputy Mogen there too?
Deputy Mogen arrived after I informed him over the radio that I had located Mr. Richardson at the Sinclair gas station.
Okay. When did you both make contact with him?
Yes. So Mr. Richardson was currently at the subway counter. So inside the gas station, there's a Subway, and Mr. Richardson was ordering a sub at the time. So we waited for Mr. Richardson to get done ordering his sub. He approached us, and Deputy Mogen made contact with him.
So you both waited for him to get his sandwich first before talking with him?
Correct.
And during that contact, was your body cam on?
Yes, it was.
Once again, have you viewed it prior to today?
Yes, I have.
Does it fairly and accurately describe your contact with him?
Yes, it does.
Is it on that same flash drive I showed you?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'll play you a portion of this.
Do I have a lawyer with me? Because do you have reasonable suspicion of okay, then what is your reasonable suspicion? Well, there's a car that's yours. Parked in a field drive.
Once I turn it up, it goes and moves because I can't hear it. It's very low. And so I need to try and figure out a way to make it louder without screeching. How about, it comes out of your camera or your computer?
I have everything on max.
But what about a microphone pointing right down to wherever it
No,
comes
it's
out?
playing over this.
Through the system. Oh.
And for what it's worth, I actually plan on playing this angle from both deputies, and one of the reasons why is on Karen Krupa's video, many portions are very quiet.
Okay, all right. So we'll try to hear it the best we can.
It'll be much easier to hear from Deputy Mogen, which, as you can see in the video, he's much closer.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna restart because I didn't see when it flipped out the video, sorry. Oh, that's louder.
That's it. 5101. Tell me what happened then. Do I have a lawyer with me? Because no, do you have reasonable suspicion of absolutely. Okay, then what is your reasonable suspicion? Well, there's a car that's yours. You said it was yours. Parked in a field drive that does not belong here. You don't live on South 97. Well, I do live out there. So my truck is reasonably out there. That's your house? No, but I trap out there, so my truck is reasonably out there. So what do you need from me? Were you trapping? Yeah, I was. What do you trap? Do I trap? Yeah, like I'm not trapping. Okay. Why don't you get with your lawyer and then start asking me questions? Because I'm not going to answer your questions. Okay. I have a right. It's my Fourth and Fifth Amendment right to not answer your questions. So we can do this if you want, or what? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Bro, I am too. What's up? We had 4, I think, for sure 3, potentially 4 calls about. Oh, you did? You did? Yeah, our dispatch center. Okay. All 911. No. That. Okay. On that vehicle, exact plate. I was driving your driving people off the road. Yeah. So then she finds you walking on the side of the road, right? I wasn't there, so I'm just trying to get the whole picture. Oh yeah, she told me. Or laying or walking, I don't know. No, I was walking. Okay. I usually get done if I don't have nothing to drive. Then yeah, I'm gonna lay down and go to bed. Okay. Were you driving that car? No. What? Listen, bud. You want these? Is there a reason that I have to answer your questions right now? Otherwise, we have nothing to interact about. No, I am too. And hey, please don't fucking come at me. Listen, motherfucker. Don't touch me, please. We can be cool. All right. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away right now because that's my right. You're not. I'm not. Am I being detained? You are. Okay. Figure out what's going on. So, what is your reasonable suspicion for the crime that's being committed? Well, I need to know that because if I'm being detained, I'm trying to tell you. So if you let me talk, I'll tell you. Yeah, do not touch me, or I'm going to put you in handcuffs. Do you understand that? Yep. If you touch me again, you're going in handcuffs. Absolutely, bud. I will be cool with you as long as you're cool with me. But I've asked you once, please don't touch me. You just touch me again. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't being aggressive. I wasn't being aggressive, right? I was just trying to push you away from me. And maybe that was wrong with me, but I'm just trying to be straight with you. If you touch me again, you're going to handcuffs. Cool. You want to go that route? We can go that route. We can end it out right now. You want to lock it up? Throw me in handcuffs. Let's go to jail. If that's what the fucking end deal is right now, let's do it. Lock it up. What are we wasting fucking time for? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. There's nothing. Did I not just come in here?
And that brings us to the key issue. The court is now being asked to separate what actually matters from everything that may simply create noise around the encounter. The defense is challenging the timeline and the circumstances surrounding the officer's actions, while the state is focused on whether those facts support what happened next. So the big question is, did the officers have enough lawful justification at each step, or did the situation cross the line too early? That's exactly what this suppression hearing is ultimately about. What do you think? Did the evidence support the officer's actions, or should some of it have been excluded?